Well, hey, in this video I thought I'd go through Saint of Circumstance. Lots of interesting chords, some difficult ones that I'm going to take my best shot at trying to make sense of what Bobby's doing. Let me run through the progression of chords in the verse that he uses. So we'll start off with what's the hardest chord to figure out what he's doing. I'm going to refer to it as the A sharp mess. Grab the A sharp or B flat with your thumb. Grab a C with your first finger. With your third finger, get the octave, the A sharp here, and then with your pinky, get the C on the 8th fret. Deaden the B string, let the A ring. So you end up with something like this. Alright, so we'll come back to that one. That's going to be the song that, the chord that gets soloed over and plays an important part. From there we move into the main riff, which is going to be A, G, D. I'll come back and talk about that. Then when we get to the actual verses, have an A chord. This must be heaven. Tonight I see sus 2. B minor across the line. Then a B flat with a little variation. So we'll have a B flat, let the D string ring, grab the A. So just like we had before, we got the A sharp, now we got the A ringing, and then get the D with your pinky. So tonight I cross the line, back to the A. You must be the angel, and I thought C sus 2, back to the B minor, thought I might never find. E, so you I heard A singing, G, well I was chasing. Now we get this difficult little progression again. It's hard to know for sure what Bobby's doing, but I think of it as a variation of an F sharp minor. So we've got the F sharp here, we've got the octave, F sharp here, we've got our A, got the open A ring if you want. Slide your thumb up to the G, get the D flat, the C sharp if you want, and then with your pinky get the B. So if you've got the notes G, C sharp, and B, that's actually G with the flattened 5, which makes it a G diminished chord. Alright, so let me go through the main riff, the most recognizable part of the song, and then we'll come back and I'll go through the progression and the actual verse. So the most recognizable part of the song is the A, G, D progression with the little riff. Now it's a question of essentially whether you're playing by yourself or with a group. Jerry's actually the one that takes responsibility for doing the riff, which is just an E, F sharp to A, and he'll play it often way up high. Whereas Bobby will just work off of the chords. Though if he's playing it by himself, he'll often do it with the low note. So it's really a question of, again, whether you're playing by yourself or with a group. Alright, so let's put it all together with the chords I've done before and do a little run through of the first verse. Alright, so putting all the pieces together. Bobby's part got something like this. This must be heaven, tonight across the line. Must be the angel, the kind I thought I might never find. You I heard sing, while I was chasing dreams, driven on the wind, the dust that blows around. falling down. All right, then we move into the second verse. Now, as we come out of the first verse, we go back into the second verse, repeat all the stuff we just done. When we get to the, like the rain falling down, we get to the, what I call the A sharp mess. Rain falling down. And then we get to the, what I call it the bridge. Holes in what's left of my reason, holes in these are my blues. So we're going to go through that twice. E, D, A with a lick that's got B, C sharp, E. First time through, when we get to the, but I pull through, we move down to a B, and then we do this little riff. You can either do it sort of one octave higher or lower, depending on whether you're doing Jerry's part or Bobby's. Jerry does the higher one. So start on the B, A, and then back up to the got a feeling, no time to lose. So we got D, C sharp, E, up to our A sharp mess. No time to lose, and then we get no time to lose, and then something that we saw in Lost Sailor makes a return, which is this move. No time to lose, A, grab the G, F sharp minor, G, chord, and then back up to the A sharp mess. So the last part will go. Into the instrumental break, which I'll talk about. And then basically we go back and repeat everything we've done again. We get to the instrumental break again, we get back up to that, for lack of a better phrase, the A sharp mess. And then we get back to the main riff where we're going to get the, well, I never know, just don't know, I never know. Eventually, the song then is going to continue with that until basically they're ready to wrap it up. So we get a movement back up to that A sharp. We're going to feel, and then we're going to end with the A, with the G, F sharp minor, G, and doing an A chord. Alright, so let's go back now and look at what Jerry's been doing through all this time. Alright, so thinking about what Jerry's doing over all this stuff, I think it will help to think about Jerry working off of two different scales. The first one is going to be just the A major scale. That's going to be what he uses when he's just doing some riffs off of the verses and through the different parts. When it gets to the places where Bobby's using what I was calling the A sharp mess, Jerry is going to use a different scale. He's going to use a scale that's got the A and the A sharp in it, just like the chord that we saw. But I'll come back and talk about that. I think the official name for that, we'll call it the G melodic minor of the ascending form. But let's focus on the one that's playing the largest role throughout the song, which is, again, is the A major. If you play it up at the 14th fret in the F sharp minor position, it'll put you in a position to do a lot of these riffs. So just thinking about the notes that are in it. The A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And if you just start playing around with that scale in that position, you can immediately find yourself doing riffs that are in that song. So for instance, where I'm bending off of the high E, or we got this one. So taking the B, bending it up to the A, back to the B, or where we're getting the F sharp in there. Another little riff that I'll use off of during the verse. So throwing in an extra little sort of transition note. And of course you can play it much lower, and sometimes Jerry will mess around lower down. Alright, now how about the other scale that he's using? What I was calling the G melodic minor. Okay, so what we're going to have is what's officially going to be called the G melodic minor of the ascending form, I think. It's my best guess as to what he's using. That's going to be essentially the G major scale where we're just going to flatten the third note. So instead of having the B, we're going to have the A sharp. So G, A sharp, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So even just playing around with that a little bit and listening to the various versions, you can start to get a sense of how that fits in with that A sharp mess chord. So actually I'll do a little recording of playing that chord and then trying to solo a bit over it. Try to capture a little bit of what Jerry's doing there. So again, G, A sharp, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A sharp, C, G, F sharp, E. Alright, so if you're trying to play Jerry's parts, those are the two scales I think he's using, and you just got to listen for the changes. If you listen to different recordings, I think you can hear him clearly changing what scale he's using, depending on where Bobby is. So sometimes it's a long break over that A sharp mess, where he's using the G melodic minor ascending version before he goes back to the A major. Sometimes it's a shorter break, different parts of the song that's longer or shorter. Certainly that's a classic part, is the A sharp up to the C can help you get that feel before you shift back to the F sharp minor or the A major scale. All right, well, hope that was some use. Take it easy.